Welcome to the Veterinary Marketing Podcast, where it's all about helping your veterinary practice attract, engage, and retain clients. Broadcasting a new podcast every Monday from sunny Southern California, here's your host, Brandon Bashirs.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to episode number 199 of the Veterinary Marketing Podcast. Hope you're doing amazing and having a great day. In this episode, we're going to talk about building funnels, what that actually means. I've been seeing that thrown around a lot, and so I'm going to help to clarify this for you and give you something that I think will be very helpful, very useful, and very practical for building out funnels in your practice, what that means, and how to use it to get new clients and build specific segments of your business. So before we begin, I want to mention a few things. First, if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe in iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. So be sure to subscribe. And if you could do me a huge favor, if you enjoy this podcast and you listen to it often, please be sure to leave me an honest review. I would really appreciate it. And the other thing I want to mention is that you need to go on over and join the Facebook Marketing Nerds. The Facebook group, the Veterinary Marketing Nerds page. And be sure to join. If you go to facebook.com/groups/the Veterinary Marketing Nerds, you'll be able to request to join for free. You can get help, ask questions. If you ever need any help with anything, please head on over there, ask away, do a bunch of live videos, live trainings. It's all free there. So head on over to that group. Be sure to jump in, introduce yourself, and get some help or contribute. All right, so let's jump into today's episode. Today we're talking all about building funnels, and this is thrown around so much. Now, I think that funnel building has become more popular. I mean, it's been around in internet marketing for decades now, but it's really starting to get into veterinary marketing and marketing of veterinary practices. And so I want to clarify a few things. Typically in the past, so funnel is a direct path that you're taking. It's basically a customer journey that you're taking a potential client and turning them into a client. So you have developed steps, you have a bunch of people that go into the funnel, and then it segments and drives customers out at the bottom. That's basically what a funnel is. So funnels, though, for other businesses and outside of the veterinary industry, they're very specific, typically, and targeted in general. And there's all kinds of sophisticated tools built into it, with specific follow-up sequences and segments and upsells and downsells, and especially with e-commerce and stuff where you're selling products online directly to consumers, you have so much ability to build out funnels. And typically at the top of it, you'll have some kind of information or a lead magnet or a lead gen piece or a tripwire sale, which is a low product sale that helps to segment and identify those customers. But veterinary industry and veterinary marketing is different because you're selling services. Now, there are people that are selling stuff on their online pharmacy and their online store, whether it's pet food things. And I think that as time goes on, more and more practices are going to be selling pet food directly and doing local delivery and, offering all of the services that major big box stores are going to be offering as well. And so as time goes on, this will become more mainstream. But we have to think about the main product that you're offering at a veterinary practice is typically going to be veterinary services, right? So wellness exams, if you're a specialty practice, your specialty services, things like that. So I want you to consider that there are two kinds of funnels that in general practices need to build out and have in place so that they can drive new clients into their business. And one of these funnels is a lot more immediate, and one of the funnels is a lot more long-term. So if you can kind of think of it like hunting and farming, so to speak. So hunting, you go out, you hunt the buffalo, and you have it right when you get it, right? That's kind of what the first funnel is, which is intent. So if you're trying to target people, you have intent-based funnels, and then you have audience-based funnels. And that might sound weird, but the intent-based funnels is going to be the things that I think you should set up first because it'll help to drive more immediate clients into your business. Now, no matter what kind of practice you're running, whether it's specialty or, a general practice, or you only do dental work, whatever it is, you have clients that are online searching for the product or service that you have. And it's just identifying the searches that have the right intent to drive them to a page that is going to be relevant to that search that they have. So somebody that has a need, want, and desire to get the service, they're going to go and search for it online typically, if they don't have, a friend who's doing referrals or, things like that. So with this, you have a lot of front-end research that you need to do. And typically, it's pretty easy to get through these intent funnels and figure out what it is that people are searching for, because these are the kind of questions that people call in and ask. So getting feedback from reception staff, what are the things people are asking when they call in? Because if somebody searches for something online and they said, okay, let's say that they're searching for TPLO surgery, and maybe they searched for second opinion on TPLO surgery, and then they call in, what do you think they're going to say? They're not going to say, what are your hours? They're going to say, do you offer TPLO? And what is the cost to do that? And do you offer second opinions? So you'll get kind of a sense of what people are asking for if you talk to the reception staff who are on the phone talking to clients, fielding calls, and taking questions. So one thing you might want to have them do is write down the questions that are being asked often. That's, I think, something that's important to do, just because then you're going to understand what people are searching for better. But if you're not sure what to do on that, you can go and start to use tools like Neil Patel's Uber Suggest tool. So if you go to neilpatel.com/Uber Suggest, it's a free keyword research tool, and you can see what things people are searching for. If you're trying to build out funnels that are, you can typically find transactional type searches based on the qualifiers that they use. So I'm sure people that are searching for the word vet near me, they're definitely looking for somebody. But at the same time, if you qualify that by best vet near me, or highest rated vet near me, or best priced vet near me, or affordable vet near me, those kind of qualifiers increase that intensity of, they are trying to find a solution right now that is qualified based on their needs. So with intent-based funnels, you need to typically, to be more effective with this, you need to have, number one, you need to understand who your client avatars are, right? So just like with the vet near me searches, clients that are searching for best vet near me versus affordable vet near me versus free vet near me, very different client avatars. Okay, so we need to define who our clients are, who it is we're trying to get, and then build ads that are going to speak to those people and segment those different audiences. Okay, so a lot of this funnel is on the front end, that it needs to have a lot of thought and research put into this. So once you have the proper intent that matches the proper avatar, you're going to build out ads and target those phrase match searches, or the searches that are matching to that client. They also need to be driven to a web page, and it doesn't have to be a web form where you collect like their email and then you start emailing them for a long time, and then they're going to at some point turn into a client. If you're thinking that we're going to have to build a funnel that's an intent-based funnel that's going to have to rely heavily on email follow-up or text message follow-up, or all these follow-up tools, it's probably not low enough in the funnel, meaning there's not a serious need right now. And so we'll talk about audience funnels in just a second here. But that intent-based funnel, we're trying to target the low-hanging fruit of people who need and want your services right now, and they want to come in. So typically we send them to a landing page, and when I say landing page, it doesn't have to be fancy with opt-in buttons and tracking and texting and messaging and stuff like that. If you have a page that explains the problem and gives them a solution to that problem, it's going to be very effective. So, for example, with TPLO, if you have a page that is just, you're sending that TPLO traffic to your general website, and then you're trying to get them to figure out, do you need to, does this practice even do surgery? Let's take a look at their surgery services tab now. That's not the right way to do it. So you need to send them to a page that's going to be specific to the problem that they're looking for. And it's going to explain the problem in detail, and then how you solve that problem, all of the benefits, including the emotional benefits, everything that's included, all of the features, the who, what, why, when, where, and how, and then give them options to call or schedule appointments on there. And that's really as simple as it needs to be. If you have somebody who has a need, you're targeting those people, you're presenting yourself as a solution, you're describing the problem that they're having, you're empathizing with them and their problem, they're going to feel like you're the solution for them because you know exactly what it is that they're facing. So that, I think, is probably the number one tool that practices need to have set up, especially as we get into tough economic times. Understanding what it is that your clients need and want and how to communicate that you're the solution to them is essentially all that an intent funnel is, okay? So that's one thing. The second is the audience funnel. And so here we have a general service or solution that maybe people don't know about. Maybe they're not even aware it should be on their radar because they need to be educated. So with an audience funnel, instead of targeting the problem like we are with the intent funnel, we're going to be targeting the target market. So this is a much longer term solution. This is something that's going to fill up your practice with people that are ideal clients. Typically here you want to be targeting people that are in your ideal, potential demographics with your client avatars that are, the pet owner who loves their pet, treats them like family, treats them like kids. The people that are your ideal, most favorite clients working with are the ones that you're going to want to target here. You're going to want to use language that is going to speak to them. You're going to want to give them value and things that they really care about. And, talking about diets that are going to help your pet not be, have allergic reactions. If you're talking to pet owners who really care about their pets and they're willing to spend money for high quality pet food and nutrition and things like that, that's probably, for a lot of practices, in the ideal client avatar that they're looking for, right? But at the same time, if you're giving away information about, here's 10 things that you need to know about these kinds of diets, or here's a guide for transitioning your pet's diets without stress, or there's all kinds of things that you could create here. But it's going to be a lot longer funnel because you're educating people. You're becoming a trusted resource. And in general, that takes time. So if you can target with an audience funnel a problem that your target audience has, you're, again, just giving away information. You're going to want to try to give them a quick win if possible. So I mentioned, the allergy problem. Pet owners are struggling with pet food choices. They're struggling with how to get their pets to eat or transition to different pet foods without having, all kinds of side effects, all kinds of things, right? But if you can give them that quick win, then you're going to immediately boost just the credibility that you have, and people will then see you as the credible source for taking the next step. So if you make a recommendation and it works, the next recommendation will likely in their mind work as well. So think about that in your business, whether you have pain management systems or the services that you're offering, or senior pet stuff, or new puppy stuff, or dental stuff, whatever it is. What is the quick win that you can give your clients that'll help to produce credibility? And then figure out how to package that in a way that talks to that audience, provides them value, and then follows up with additional offers. So thinking about this kind of a funnel in general, we have our target demographic. We have and understand what their hopes, needs, wants are. We understand what their major pain points are and things, and then we show them something that's not even relative to intent. It's an opportunity type situation. So this is where Facebook and Instagram comes out great. We're putting an offer in front of them that's relevant to them, that speaks to them, and then takes them to a page or an offer that they're then going to fill out their information and then get follow-up on the back end with email marketing and things like that, so that they continue to receive value, continue to keep in contact, and mix a bunch of value alongside with offers, and you're going to be able to drive people in. So I think having a mix of both of those kind of funnels, where you have an intent funnel, you have an audience funnel, and you're building, it's like going out and farming at the same time as you're hunting, if that makes sense. And just an analogy, right, where you go out and you actively get new clients with the intent that need you, and then you're also planting seeds of, hey, this is stuff that we offer. if you're a pet owner and this is on your radar, this is going to be some good information for you. So then you can follow up with them. So just a few things that I've been really thinking about, especially as I've been talking to more and more practices that are mentioning the words funnels and wanting to build out funnels. And I think this is really, really important. So I would love to hear from you, though, and find out what is it that you're trying to sell in your practice. What are the services that you're looking to highlight, and how are you trying to do that? And if you head on over to the Facebook group, the Veterinary Marketing Nerds, happy to answer questions or brainstorm there. And I hope that this was helpful for you. If you haven't done so already, again, be sure to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. And I'm very excited for the next episode. It's episode 200. It's amazing. I can't believe it. So thanks, everybody. I'll see you on the next episode. Have a good one.